Hello and welcome friends. My name is Kirandit Kaur. In this video, I will share some basic features of ProjectLibre. I will tell you how we can indent sub-activities under main activities. I will tell you how we can create link between activities. Next, we will discuss how we can allocate the resource and assign the task and how we can check the completion rate of every activity. And in the last, I will discuss with you how we can change the currency and language for the project. So let's get started with indenting. So I have three main activities, that is initial activities, foundation activities, and operational activities. So if I click these three activities, which are covered under initial activities, click on task, we can indent them. So see, these three activities would be covered under initial activities. So these can be collapsed. Next are foundational activities. If we click on them, click on indent, these three activities would be collapsed. Next is operational activities. If we select these activities, click on indent, and in the same way, these three activities would be collapsed. So we can expand by clicking on this sign. So see, in this way we can indent and we can say there are some sub activities under the main activities. So we can set up the duration for each activity. We can manually set up the start and finish date for the activities in this way. So next step is how we can create link between the activities. So for this purpose, I'll have to expand my screen a little bit here, a little bit more. So these three black activities are the main activities. For example, initial activities, foundation activities, and operational activities. So these small boxes are the sub activities under them. So if we want to link these activities with one another, we can simply drag them. So see, if we want to link this activity with this one, we'll just simply drag it. Same for the rest of these activities. If we want to link the main activities, we will follow the same step. See in here. So a great link between these activities can be created to show the dependency of the activities. So we can say that paperwork cannot be done. Sorry, the planning of the layout cannot be done if the paperwork is yet to be finished. So these linking style shows that these activities are dependent on each other. The next step is how we can allocate the resources. So if I click on resources, yeah, so we have three main individuals who will carry out this whole project. So these are our human resource available. We have already put their information, the email address and the initials, the type of work they're doing, the roles they have, project manager, designer, and developer. We can set up the standard and overtime period for them. There is a base calendar as well. So if we go back to the tasks, click on Gantt chart, we can assign the task to the individuals. For example, we can do this manually and we can do the same thing in another way as well. If we want that Kirandeep will do the paperwork, we can simply type the name of the person right in front of that activity. So if we want just Smith would do the next activity, we will type the name of that person. So see, we can do it manually by double clicking the sub activity. We can see in here the resources. We have the human resource icon in here. So if we want Harjap would do the next activity, we can click on his name. We can click assign and the activity would be assigned to her job. So same for the ground compression. Click on here, click on the person we want to assign the activity, click on assign. So the 100% of the activity would be assigned to Jasmeet. The same step for the next activity. If we want Jasmeet would do that, we will click on assign. So he would be assigned. So if we want shuttling would be done by Jasmeet and her job. So they both will be assigned the same activity. So we can see here, Smith and her job are shown. So for next activities, we can either manually type the name of the person we want to assign. One most important thing I want to discuss with you guys is that ProjectLibre does not rectify or correct your grammar or spelling mistakes. For example, if I misspell her job's name here, so it will show a dialog box that appears ProjectLibre error. So we can assign the task only to the available person, but we will have to consider the spellings as well. So we can manually assign the activities to the persons. So in this way, we can assign the task to the resources. So see, when I started typing here or linking the activities, the predecessor column got filled automatically and the name of the person is starting appear on the Gantt chart. So you can see here, right in front of these activities, the name of the person who have assigned the activity is showing. So the next step is how we can see that if our activity has been completed or not. So for this purpose, we will double click the activity. We will click on general. If we say this activity is 100% completed, we will type 100%. So we will close this dialog box. A green mark will appear. So see, the green mark indicates that this activity has been completed. So if we want to do the same for the next activities, we will have to wait. Why? Because the next activity will be started on 15th of March. So this date is yet to be arrived. So for example, if I want to do the same thing for the next activity, or I put this activity, say 100% completed, and I close this dialog box, this activity won't be marked with a green mark or green tick mark. Why? Because this date is yet to be arrived. So in this way, we can change the, we can check out the completion rate of the activities. The last and the most important feature in ProjectLibre is that how we can change the language and currency. So you can see a small globe icon in here. We can click on that. We can click the language. There are so many languages. For example, this is HI means Hindi. So French, so Italian. So according to the regions, different languages are appearing here. So if I have done this project in Canada, I would select English and Canada. So I can finish this project in English. So if, for example, I want to do this other project in Hindi and I want to consider India instead of Canada, I would select India. You can see it is showing local change will take effect at restart. So if I want to introduce these changes, I have to restart my laptop. I have to restart ProjectLibre for that. So you guys can quickly check out this feature. So one more thing, if you will go to the resources for your new project, so if we click in here, the standard rate or the overtime rate would also be changed because this project is done in Canada. So it is showing in dollar form of currency. So if I have changed Canada to India, so the pay rate would be changed from dollar to rupees. So this is very useful feature of ProjectLibre. So these are the basic features I wanted to discuss with you guys. So we can simply save our file as we save our Word documents or presentations on the laptop or any of our devices. This is a very simple thing. So I hope you guys will like these features and you will also try to implement them in your project. So if you have any question, you can ask me directly. So that's it. Have a nice day. Thank you, everyone.